OG Fortnite had a teaser for May 4th, 2024 and June 8th. Something is gonna happen on one of these days, and it got me thinking, what else should we know about? Here are 25 secrets in Fortnite Battle Royale, and before we talk about OG Season 2, there's a new update to the Disney partnership. Leakers have discovered a mode named Bulldog, and Epic is currently testing version 5421. For reference, the season releases on like version 400, so this tells you how massive it's gonna be. You're probably thinking, what is Bulldog? Well, turns out this is the upcoming Disney crossover that broke the internet in February. Well, this is still a while away. The fact Epic has over 5,000 builds is insane. It's gonna be the biggest crossover in history. Here's a fun little secret. Fortnite's latest emote lets you drive a supercar while making it rain, and you could use it for free. Yep, just emote after your friend, and you'll be able to drive away from each other, even getting a hidden variant. But I'm even more focused on the OG umbrella. If you remember last year, they gave out a victory umbrella that was themed around the time machine from Fortnite OG. Except for some reason, there was mysterious dates locked into the screen. It said June 8th, 2068, which is obviously pretty random, but then it also said May 4th, 2024. That is literally days away from happening, and fans are going insane. Now, some players shrugged it off, saying it was just a teaser for the Star Wars event, but that doesn't really make sense when this is a time machine. Not to mention, the Star Wars event happens one day before that on May 3rd. Right now, fans are torn over what's gonna happen. Are we gonna see the promised return of Fortnite OG? Epic already said they were bringing it back, and yeah, we know Chapter 2 is happening later this year, but one theory is sticking out among the rest. Season 3 is basically confirmed to be apocalypse themed, and maybe, just maybe, the time machine is what brings us there. It's looking like we'll have to wait until June to find out, but that's why it makes sense it's in the future. You know, because the apocalypse happens in the future. Speaking of hidden details, if you played Fortnite a long time, you might have heard of Gemini. The Space Bunny was meant to drop 5 years ago, and fans could not wait to get their hands on it, but others pointed out a huge problem. She looked oddly familiar, and Paladin players were able to figure out why. Put Gemini next to the Rave Mave skin, and yeah, feels like a lawsuit waiting to happen. So obviously Fortnite panicked, and this was turned into Astro Assassin. Even though she was now a human with a plain helmet, there was still plenty of rabbit references in the set. This was 100% confirmation that Gemini would never come to Fortnite, but now, after so long, that is not the case. When Billie Eilish's loading screen appeared, people were more distracted by Gemini making a cameo after all these years. Maybe she'll release soon. But one of the most adorable secrets involves wildlife, which there isn't much of in Battle Royale. If you've tried dancing in your Lego village, you probably noticed your residents join in, even the animals. Pretty cool, but if you come across a large pack of cows, you could create a giant concert. Considering we're in an ancient Greek season, it was the perfect time for them to make a collab skin with Nike. We've had a few already, but this one is based on the Greek goddess that the company took their name for. So it's kind of the best of both worlds, and that includes the secret behind her pickaxe. Some players thought this was a generic flame, but it turns out to be an incredible reference, the Olympic torch. And fun fact, the ancient Greeks actually created the Olympics. If we're talking about the company though, it's not the only secret appearance Nike has made. If you've unlocked Billie Eilish, it's pretty clear how green her outfit is. It's obviously a throwback to her 2019 era, but pay attention to the shoes. Fortnite actually licensed the official Billie Eilish Nikes just for this outfit, letting you wear her custom Jordan 1s. As you can see, Epic's attention to detail is crazy, and it even extends to Lego. I mean, most people have fought a bear, and it's a pretty easy battle, but don't disturb them while they're sleeping. Yeah, good luck taking these things down in rage mode. A secret only dedicated players will notice is hiding in the Avatar Battle Pass. If you don't own this, or just haven't gotten around to finishing it yet, the design looks normal. But for anyone who completes the entire thing, the next time you open this menu, Aang will transform from his regular style to the Avatar state. Most players wouldn't even notice this. Thankfully, Aang is meant to be bald, but a massive glitch is causing every skin to also be bald. In the latest update, you can be rocking Deadfire, only to have no hair or cowboy hat. It's even worse for Crackshot. This guy's Jonesy in a bodysuit. Not to mention how Codename Elf is basically Lex Luthor. Now your hair ain't gone forever, it's actually just floating really high above the characters. Honestly, it's 10 times more goofy, but at least Toph is doing alright. You can find her NPC on the left side of the map, and talking to her is great, yet some players are absolute psychos. They'll attack NPCs on sight for the chance to get loot. Well, if you fire at Toph, she doesn't seem to know where you are. Feels random at first, but Avatar fans will know exactly what's going on. In the show, Toph has been blind since birth, so the devs brought this to Fortnite so you'd feel extra bad while shooting her. And to really rub it in, your prize for taking her out, absolutely nothing. That doesn't mean Toph should be ignored. If you manage to use her mythic earthbending ability, ability, it changes everything. There's a secret combo that only works on dirt bikes, and once you learn it, you'll never go back. Okay, earthbending isn't gonna be around for much longer, and neither are your favorite costumes. Fortnite is secretly changing every outfit in the game to be more family-friendly, all thanks to the LEGO mode, and some of the edits are hilarious. Fans have pointed out how ridiculous this is, with skins like John Llama getting candy instead of shells. 8Ball's knife was turned into a fork, while his gun became a spatula. I guess that's understandable, yet Bandolier might have the silliest change of all. His belt no longer holds ammunition, he's now a painter. At least they didn't change the Greek gods. Actually, that might be a problem because Medusa is in need of a major update. At the start of the season, you could ask her a ton of questions, including her friendship with Perseus. This was meant to be a teaser because he wasn't out yet, and honestly pretty slick. Except when Perseus actually dropped, fans rushed to Medusa only to be ignored. Turn around! That's not even their most embarrassing mistake. A couple days ago, they updated the item shop with the Biker Brigade set. Pretty cool, right? Everyone loves classic bikers like Chopper, Backbone, and Blaze? We were all super confused until fans cleared up this hilarious accident. Epic was meant to put the Blaze glider in here and somehow ended up giving us the skin instead. Now I'm just waiting for the day they drop a super rare cosmetic by accident. Although you are more likely to get the 50th version of Peely. Yep, there's another one, and this time it's themed perfectly for the season. Not gonna lie, this is probably the most ridiculous set of names I've ever seen. Banana Allegory of the Cave, are you kidding me? If that wasn't hard enough for me to say, this guy is named Philosopher of Benocrates, so maybe you could guess who it's referencing. He's inspired by classic philosophers like Socrates, but I also love his back bling. This scroll looks cool at first, but did you know as you play the match, it'll slowly unwind? Not the coolest thing you'll discover in a set. Avatar is hiding the most pay-to-win glider in the game. Because Appa is so large, he would cover your whole screen, so to compensate, Epic gave us a crazy wide FOV. Except this is more of an advantage than anything. Appa's size means you're way harder to spot. He basically acts as a shield while enemies are trying to hit ya. Only the most competitive players are going to be using that, and while they're at it, why not pair this with the Odyssey skin? Before, her entire outfit would change based on your arena rank, which was pretty cool, but if you got demoted, it would keep your highest rank. This means fans had no choice over the style they'd be unlocked, which kinda sucks, right? If you buy a skin with that many edit styles, you would want to be able to choose, so in the latest update, Fortnite has righted the wrongs, finally letting players customize her. Some outfits are amazing from day one. If you're a Marvel fan, you probably cop the Thor Ragnarok bundle, including Hela. Her cape could be used on any outfit, but Fortnite wanted to make sure the purists out there were taken care of. It doesn't float on your back if you wear Hela's cape with her outfit. It blends in perfectly. A detail no one's talking about was only revealed on social media. Medusa has a lot of snakes on her head. I mean, it's kind of her whole thing, but Fortnite Australia has secretly dropped a bombshell. Medusa has named all of her snakes Bob, and I get the joke about her haircut, but you gotta love it. They really go all out on the most meaningless stuff, and that's what gives Fortnite personality. It's probably why you can now use baths in the LEGO mode, and your character will even get soap out of fully scrubbed. The reason for it? Nope. Is it awesome? Absolutely. Not the only mode you should be looking at, because Fall Guys was also announced back in March, with Epic saying that we could build our own bean maps in May 2024. Well, it's already here, but Fall Guys is nowhere to be found. Sadly, Fortnite has confirmed a delay until summer. We're also waiting for the next Icon series emote. When the Supercar pack was released, it accidentally included an encrypted dance called Meander. No one knows what song this belongs to, but hopefully iOS players will get to use it when Fortnite returns to mobile this year. Epic just dropped an updated statement confirming that the game will be back on iOS pretty soon, while also revealing that includes iPads later this year. Let's get some W's in the chat. Sadly, it means mobile players will miss out on the Star Wars event. This is right around the corner and expands over 3 modes, from LEGO getting lightsabers, Star Destroyers, and speed bikes to Festival getting its own Cantina Jam stage. But for everyone, we are finally getting anticipated Star Wars characters like Chewbacca. He's bringing a Wookiee bowcaster to the loot pool, while Darth Vader's returning to give us Force abilities again. He'll be joined by Lando Calrissian. I gotta admit, fans weren't expecting him at all, so it's an amazing surprise. So are the other 2 outfits, Rebel Leia and Death Troopers. The real question is, will Force abilities and Greek mythics be in game at the same time? Looks likely, but I guess we'll find out when the huge Star Wars updates drops on May 3rd. It's Tommy, and keep it here on Top 5 Gaming.